Championship season, and San Antonio FC, one of the hottest clubs in all of USL. They're back home at Toyota Field tonight. They welcome an expansion side, Monterey Bay FC. We've got all the action for you here on Valley Sports. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome you upstairs to the broadcast booth, along with former SAFC midfielder Hayden Partain. I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you with us. Hayden, tonight as we come into this match, almost 25% here through the regular season, San Antonio FC's got to be feeling pretty good about where they lie right now in the table in the Western Conference.
Yeah, correct. They're in great form right now. They haven't given up any goals in the last 3 games, so we're really looking forward to them continuing that. And
you see the standings right now here in the Western Conference. SAFC tied with Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, identical 6-1 marks. Meanwhile, the team they play tonight, Monterey Bay FC, just 1 win in their first 6 matches.
Yeah, no, it's been a tough start for this franchise. It's going to be a hard place to play now, especially with the form that SAFC is in.
Meanwhile, for San Antonio FC, the story has been their back end, in particular Jordan Farr. 3 consecutive 1-0 clean sheets for a guy who wasn't the starting keeper at the beginning of the season with Christian Bonilla here, but he has certainly come in and found his form. Picked up right where he left off after the 3 playoff starts a year ago.
Yeah, we've seen his talent last season. He stayed ready. He got his opportunity. He seized the moment, and now he's performing well consistently. Nothing to complain about here.
Named to his first team of the week this past week in the USL. And you see that? No, 270 minutes as a club without conceding a goal. Longest streak for SAFC since 2017 when Diego Restrepo, Golden Gloves winner from that season, went 672 minutes without allowing a goal. Pretty good stuff, Abe.
Yeah, no, it's a great start. I mean, we want to keep that going, especially with the players in the back. They've been playing consistently there. That's really shown why we can get no goals scored against us.
Speaking of players in the back, one familiar face for SAFC from a year ago, that's Sam Gleadle. He is part of this expansion side for Monterey Bay, and we know what Sam brings to the table on an attacking end. They necessarily haven't struggled to score goals, but they have given up a ton, and that's what's hurt this expansion side.
Yeah, no, it has. I mean, Gleadle, he can whip in a good ball. But, yeah, defensively, they're struggling, so it would be nice for us to capitalize on that tonight.
This is a game where, on paper, you got one team that's 6-1, you got one team that's 1-5. It looks like a win on paper, but if you're SAFC, how do you not overlook the opponent here tonight?
Yeah, no, you start the game just the way you do every other game they have this season. Strong, don't take them light, make sure you capitalize on your chances, and then, maintain the control of the ball after that.
Well, it's been a positive start all for SAFC here through the first 7 weeks of the regular season. The Iron Man, Connor Maloney, has done it all here in the early part of the campaign, and will look to lead SAFC to another victory tonight. Starting 11s and kick when we return here on Valley Sports.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Only at Fantastic Sam's.
Hey, we caught your salmon, Gulf shrimp, and your mahi-mahi.
Thanks, Mike.
Shop H-E-B's giant online selection of fresh seafood, now with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door.
My 2022 Highlander. It's got a sleek exterior, and the interior, it's like my own spacious oasis. Yeah, my Highlander.
That's what I miss the most. What about you? Food, Jerry. I miss food.
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever been in a Highlander?
The 2022 Toyota Highlander, the SUV you've been dreaming about. Toyota, let's go places.
San Antonio FC Soccer on Bally Sports is brought to you by Toyota. Go to buyatoyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Get you set for Week 8 action here in the USL Championship. San Antonio FC, 6 wins against 1 defeat through the first 7 weeks. Monterey Bay FC, 1 victory against 5 defeats to start their expansion season. Starting 11s for Monterey Bay, coached by Frank Yallop, who last we saw him was with Las Vegas as an assistant and advisor in 2020. Dallas J right now is their keeper, 28-year-old, who was their backup keeper to start the season. Rafi Diaz out once again. Shoulder injury has kept him out 4 matches. And for San Antonio FC, pretty much the same 11 they've gone with here to begin the 2022 campaign. Nicky Hernandez, former 15th overall pick by FC Dallas, will make his first start for SAFC since coming on loan. We are underway from Toyota Field along with Hayden Partain and our entire crew. I'm Dan Weiss. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Bally Sports. Temperature tonight at kickoff, 83 degrees. It is a humid evening as Mitchell Tainer hits the ground early. Hayden, dew points tonight in the 60s, so pretty sticky out there, and you're going to have a feeling that as we get later in this match, cramping will probably become front and center as that's the type of it's the time of year, as you know, in San Antonio here, kind of late in the spring, where it's pretty sticky even when the sun goes down.
Yeah, we're hoping some of these players drink their Pedialyte before the game.
Obviously, not a cramping situation here in the beginning moments of this match as
see a little bit of action off the ball already.
San Antonio FC coming off their 3rd consecutive 1-0 win. Last Saturday night, they got their first ever victory at the Lab in Albuquerque. Behind a goal by Justin Dillon in the 67th minute on the first penalty conversion of the season for SAFC. They missed a penalty on opening night against Detroit City FC here. They'll get their first corner in the opening minutes of this match, trying to take advantage of a Monterey Bay FC club here early, and a handball, I believe, was going to be called on SAFC, or is it going to be called? It's not going to be called at all. It only hit 2 hands right there. Instead, SAFC is going to draw another corner. Yeah,
it looked like it hit the hand of both teams, but it looked like the hand was close to the body there. Here's a replay.
This is good service by Mohamed Abu, and it hit looked like the midsection more than the hand right there of Christian Valesky. Certainly appeared to ricochet off an SAFC hand. To the back post it comes. Tainer heads it across, headed down and just wide of goal. A great opportunity getting forward there.
That's a play we've seen before. Driven ball to the back stick, really well done. Head across, back by Mitch.
And Jasser Kamiri gets under this one here. You see him rise and drives it to the back post, but missing just wide. Good opportunity early.
Yeah, it was just a little bit behind him. I think if it was right in front of him, he could have redirected in the goal a little easier.
Here's Dallas J making his 4th consecutive start, 28 years of age. Last season with Greenville Triumph. Back-to-back seasons, 2019-2020, was the USL League One Keeper of the Year, and in USL League One's inaugural season in 2019, Dallas J backstopped Greenville Triumph to the first ever league title. Established keeper, spent some time in Phoenix and FC Cincinnati as well, but has not found luck yet here with Monterey Bay FC. This is Chase Boone trying to whip this ball in and turned out. The throw coming up for Monterey Bay FC. Monterey Bay tied for 16th in goals scored 8, but they are at the bottom of USL when it comes to goals conceded, 17. -10 goal differential is the worst in the Western Conference as we begin play here tonight. Meanwhile, for San Antonio FC, Hayden, they've only conceded 4 goals through their first 7 matches.
Yeah, that's the lowest in the league. I think the only other team that has that many goals scored against them is Louisville City.
And it'll be interesting to see how this game unfolds tonight because, well, neither of these clubs, frankly, do very much in terms of creating possession with the ball. As Hernandez gets forward on an opportunity, and we play on as Hernandez goes to ground.
I don't know how that's not a foul.
Nicky Hernandez certainly agrees with you there based on that facial expression, as does Alan Marcina. The tail of the tape between these two sides, and there you see the difference. The goals for San Antonio, 8. Monterey Bay FC, which has been really struggling on their back end, and the missing 2 key pieces as well tonight, as Hugh Roberts, their captain, he was given a red card in their last match 2 Saturdays ago. It was a 3-1 loss on the road against LA Galaxy 2. So he serves that 1-game suspension tonight. And the other former SAFC center back, Kai Green, not here tonight. We're given an injury designation for Kai Green, but he misses a chance to come back to Toyota Field after spending 2 seasons with San Antonio.
It's a good ball from PC out wide. Switch the play.
Manley trying to service this one into Elliot Collier, and Collier unable to get on the end of it, but it does result in an SAFC corner, their 3rd here in the opening minutes.
Those are some of the hardest balls to defend. That early service where the defenders have to drop and turn towards their goal. It's a great ball from Carter.
And so San Antonio FC will go to the near stick here. So far in the young season, SAFC 1 goal off a set piece, 1 goal allowed, 7 set-piece goals a season ago. Fabian Garcia has been excellent in these specialty situations. Right-footed in-swinger here. Former Austin Bold FC center back Garcia delivers a great ball. Dallas J punches that one out to the opposite corner. And another corner coming up for San Antonio. One area, Hayden, where SAFC has gotten a little bit better here over these last couple of weeks are getting on the end of those crosses and serves. As Abu settles under this ball, but the first 5 weeks of the season without a successful cross. Abu delivers this one in, and it's defended out by Monterey Bay.
Curse of the commentator there.
Nicky Hernandez back on the ball, and SAFC with the throw. Yeah, out successful crossed, so to speak. 22-7 through the first 7 weeks. Is SAFC trying to do better in those situations. Mitchell Tainer is SAFC on the attack early. As you'd expect at home, getting out on their front foot against a Monterey Bay FC side. Playing their 7th straight road match to begin their inaugural campaign. Collier trying to make the turn inside the box. PC, his delivery in was headed out. They will go home, Monterey Bay FC that is, and open the brand new Cardinal Stadium at the campus of Cal State Monterey Bay next Saturday night. So start the year with 7 consecutive road matches as you take a look at Frank Yallop, first-year head coach in his 16th year overall. He's spent considerable time in USL Championship, former head coach of Arizona United and Phoenix Rising, and spent time as the consultant and technical director with Las Vegas Lights back in 2020. And so he's brought some familiar pieces here in building this Monterey Bay FC side. Whether they played for him in Las Vegas or even in Arizona, and that would be the 34-year-old Chris Cortez. That is a great ball into the box. Justin Dillon opportunity, and he just couldn't handle it cleanly there, Hayden.
Yeah, he just couldn't get it out between his feet. It was a great ball, 2 balls that broke the lines right through the middle of the field. That's ideally the first place you look when you're on the ball in the middle of the park.
All SAFC early here through the first 8 minutes. Walmer Martinez. Monterey Bay just cannot generate any possession here in the early going. Another ball flicked into the box, and poor clearance out as Collier, deadly with that ball in his left, puts it off Dallas J, who makes an outstanding save here in the opening minutes yet again. They give SAFC another corner, and certainly enjoying the momentum here is the home side to start.
Yeah, it's good, great footwork by Collier in the box. Little scissor to the left foot, puts it back post, great foot save by Dallas J.
That same shake to open the scoring against El Paso a couple of weeks ago here at home. Goal scored in the 11th minute by Collier. He leads the club in goals, 3 of them through 6 matches. 5th corner already for San Antonio, and this one's headed over goal by Carter Manley.
Yeah, no, to allude to the point that you made earlier, the crosses have been just exquisite. The service has been good, the runs have been good, and you can kind of tell that there's set plays or people they're trying to pick out on certain scenarios. So I feel like that's why they've been so effective this year.
If you're Monterey Bay FC, you get out of the first quarter hour unscathed, you consider that a win?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, with the way it looks right now, SAFC pinning them in, I would be trying to go into halftime 0-0.
Just trying, I think, to get out of this first 15 minutes 0-0 and then play it from there as this game settles in for them. And there's Sam Gleadle will take the throw right in front of his former coach, Alan Marcina. Gleadle in his 5th season, 26 years of age. Chichester, England. 1 assist in 22 appearances a year ago at San Antonio FC. Was starter for most of the year, then he suffered a lower body injury that put him on the bench for about 5 weeks and never really got back into the starting 11 after that injury. As this ball is delivered in and has to be knocked off the fingertips there of Jordan Farrell. Set up a first corner here for Monterey Bay.
That was a great cross shot. I think it hit the crossbar.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Grimaced right off the crossbar there.
Dangerous ball.
Simon Dawkins, that delivery, 34-year-old, his 15th season. You see Dawkins, the London, England native. He's got 4 Premier League appearances on his resume. That's a dangerous ball into the box before San Antonio makes the clearance. Walmer Martinez outside on the wing. Martinez trying to cut it back, slips it to the edge of the box. Dawkins in another corner for Monterey Bay. Second corner. So you've got Dawkins making his 5th start, or 5th appearance rather, for Monterey Bay FC. Christian Valesky has spent a lot of time in USL. This is his 159th USL match up top. Goal scoring along with Chase Boone, who leads their club in goals with 3 to begin. Nice turn there by Mohamed Abu. As he races forward unattended, Abu then slips it center field and concedes possession.
Yeah, it's a tough situation being alone. About 5 players surrounding you.
He didn't have a lot of support. Here's Dawkins making the run inside the box. Dawkins has a step. Dawkins! Oh, he hits the woodwork here. The rebound out. Sam Gleadle drives it off the body of Connor Maloney, and it'll result in a Monterey Bay corner. But Dawkins just inches away from his first goal. He's had a fantastic last couple of minutes.
Yeah, he gets by Kamiri a little too easy. I want to think Jordan had a touch there. Yeah, he did, and then off the post. And then Connor stayed tight and made sure that no handballs were happening on that shot, follow-up shot by Sam Gleadle.
It was Dawkins who gave a little bit of a cheeky cross a few moments ago, and since then has been all over the ball and really the first sustained pressure for the visitors here.
Yeah, no, this has been a good run of minutes here by Monterey.
James Murphy, former RGV Toro. Play a little bit more on the back tonight as they're missing again Hugh Roberts, their captain, and Kai Green this evening, who normally occupy the 2 center back spots. Connor Maloney.
Great ball.
And he's in an offside position. Frank Yallop made the call first, and then the far side official made the call as well.
If you're SAFC, excuse me, in that instance, you're trying to just get your foot on the ball. You've been defending for about the last 3 minutes, defended 2 corners. I'd like to see them just sustain the possession a little bit more. It's a good look, up, back, through. Connor was a little offside.
Maloney lets it go through, and we'll throw back to Monterey Bay FC. Send some well wishes out tonight to Tim Hankinson, who normally would be up here with me. Just documented Tim's battle with cancer a couple of weeks ago on our cancer awareness night here at Toyota Field. Tim wanted me to make mention that you know, he's been around the game a lot, Hayden, so much to the point that Frank Yallop was his captain as a player back in his days, and then an assistant coach with Tim in Tampa Bay. So he's here tonight enjoying the game, and of course seeing his former captain, his former assistant, Frank Yallop, and I wish Tim the best and speedy recovery and quick return to the broadcast booth.
I wonder who Tim's rooting for tonight.
That's a good question, yeah. He's got some mixed allegiances in this match here. Abu Heavy touch there on the ball as concedes to Gleadle. Gleadle slips past Nicky Hernandez. Sam very good in these open situations, and Dawkins drives it there off of Jasser Kamiri. Throw from Monterey Bay. Chase Boone upended there by Connor Maloney. Tainer. Kamiri. Collier looking to settle. Murphy of the recovery. The return ball. It sends Moby Fair back as he gives to his keeper. Murphy. Tainer settles. Well played. Chase Boone trying to slip that ball up front to Valesky. And Valesky, the hard challenge as he takes out the feet there of Jasser Kamiri.
It's a bit savvy from Kamiri. Draws the foul. It's smart. They need to get on the ball again. Just connect that first pass. He saw it coming, knew he was sliding. It's experienced decision by Kamiri there.
1/4 hour in the books, 0-0, despite the early onslaught from San Antonio, and then a little bit of good minutes there for Monterey. PC, and what a save! Outstanding acrobatics for the keeper, Dallas J. As I didn't think he was expecting that ball to land on the right foot of PC, but Dallas J flies through the air to parry this one over goal.
Yeah, it took a bit of a deflection on the earlier cross, straight to PC on his weak foot. It's a great strike. If it was in one of the corners, it was a goal for sure. Great save.
It's already 7 shots for San Antonio FC, 3 of which have been on target. Already 6 corners here. Garcia outswinger in this moment. To the edge of the box and out. Tainer chips it back in. Abu turning it back out wide. Fabian Garcia balloons into the back post, headed down. In front, there's Dillon. And the clearance there as Monterey Bay FC able to send that one out. Collier, rather, in the vicinity of that last delivery.
Yeah, you just couldn't get the positioning on it.
Tainer with the touch, and Collier unable to run it down.
SAFC is so good at that, getting the ball back out wide, winning that first challenge on the loose ball on a clearance, and then getting reservice in.
Peyton, how tough is it for an expansion side when you bring a collection of players together for the first season? You know, 20-odd guys have never played together. How tough is it to develop chemistry, and how long does it take to develop chemistry as a group?
Yeah, no, it's very tough. One, because you need to match the level of the league. That's the first thing. And then secondly, yeah, like you said, it's a bunch of individual players put together as a team. Who's going to be the leader, right? You don't really know yet, other than their experience with other teams, but that culture could be totally different from where they're coming in now. And on top of all that, you have to expedite the process as well. So you come in preseason, there was nothing before that, so you have to create that full culture makeup all in the first preseason. So it's a tough thing. That's why you see most expansion sides struggle their first season.
And that really would go for any sport, particularly in soccer, as you try to develop some rhythm. Are you ever in that situation, put together with a group of 20 different guys for the first time?
I feel like that's when you go on trial. When you go on trial, and I never found success with that because I was really a role player. I wasn't really someone that stood out individually. So yeah, I've been in that, but not with the actual team.
And again, mentioning 7 straight to begin away from home. They'll finally get greeted by their home fans next Saturday night. That should be another corner for San Antonio, and it will, off the feet of Maury Donor.
Dylan loves that run, getting on the inside shoulder of the defender, going from inside to outside. It's really hard to defend.
Fabian Garcia will make the slow walk off to the near stick here for San Antonio FC. That man, Dallas J, right now is man of the match for Monterey Bay FC with some spectacular stops. Jay comes in tonight, 10 goals allowed in his 3 starts since taking over for Rafi Diaz. Goals against average, that is 3.33, and a save percentage is 54%, but doesn't look like that here tonight. Garcia, the in-swinger here again.
Go get it. Go get it.
As we cross into the 20th minute at Toyota Field. Near post it comes this time. And Monterey Bay will clear out.
It's a great ball again. I like the diversity. Look back stick, look in the mix, look front post. Garcia's going to have to ice his groin at halftime. So many corners.
It's an odd situation for San Antonio FC because they only average about 5 corners in a match. So now 7 here in the first 20 minutes tonight. Abu. Ooh. Seen a couple of handballs that referee has allowed. Nice run for Gleadle. The ball from Donor wasn't the best one as it came to his inside. Dillon will settle back. Connor Maloney, first touch. Back to Justin Dillon. Maloney makes a great run. Connor Maloney looking for his first. Maloney cuts it to his left. Maloney to the back post. It's Collier. It's in. And San Antonio FC on the board, and it's Elliot Collier with his 4th of the season. Well done, San Antonio up 1 at home.
What a great play. Connor Maloney and Justin Dillon created that all, and then it just found its way to Collier there on the back stick. I almost think one deflection made the other deflection happen.
Was that cut by Maloney, and off of the defender Jiro Barriga Toyama, and it lands to the wrong man if you're Monterey Bay FC, and Elliot Collier's now got his 4th goal in 7 matches. San Antonio FC scores first yet again.
I love how he doesn't go snatch at that either. You know, he doesn't try to hit that first time and just scuff it or sky it. Takes a touch real quick, calm, cool, collected, passes it in the goal.
He gives us yet another fantastic celebration after the goal as well. For Elliot Collier, that's now 11 goals in his 44 career USL matches. The previous 7 coming with Memphis 905 when he was on loan from Chicago Fire in Major League Soccer. And he was looking to get onto the end for another possible delivery and a 2nd goal. Instead, here's Sam Gleadle. Jiro Barriga Toyama upfield. Chase Boone, their leader with 3 goals. Edge of the box, Boone. Service across. Abu the clearance. Murphy headed forward. Toyama into the box. Zaleski went down. The clearance is Dillon and Maury Donor back on the ball, and it's Donor who will return it to Dallas J. For J, that's now 11 goals allowed in his 4 starts. For San Antonio FC, we mentioned 7th match out of their first 8 in which they've scored the opening goal. They've only trailed Hayden for 34 minutes throughout this campaign so far.
Yeah, it's really tough to beat San Antonio once they score first. But, I mean, you can just see already, they score that goal, their re-pressure is just so high level. They're all in sync with each other. It's really hard to play.
4th shot on target off their 9th overall shot of the match. Just finds the back of the net off of Elliot Collier's foot. Carter Manley slips it to Nicky Hernandez. Hernandez playing in his 2nd match with San Antonio. Dillon in an offside position. Flag never went up, but well, to the keeper's hands regardless. Kamiri is beaten momentarily by Valesky, who will get the opportunity on the throw once again. There's the pressure coming from Tainer. Valesky back to Gleadle. Murphy will switch the play. Barriga Toyama. Walmer Martinez. Dawkins. Martinez and Murphy now, center of the park. Chase Boone looking to make the turn. Good spacing here for Monterey. Gladel. Murphy, who's going to quarterback most of the action tonight, as you see him wearing the armband in place of Hugh Roberts here this evening. Didn't do well with that ball, but Monterey Bay not bad in terms of pressure after conceding first.
It seems like a theme. They're kind of just trying to loft or bend a ball there in the corners. Murphy's just a little off on a different page there.
I was saying earlier, neither of these teams create much consistent possession. 42% for Monterey, 41% for San Antonio. PC able to get on the end of this one and knocks it in. And PC's got his first goal of the season. And San Antonio FC has multiple goals tonight for the first time in 7 weeks, and San Antonio's up 2.
What a great ball. The early service again, and behind the back line, PC just gets on the end of it. Beats Dallas J there.
25th minute for PC. That's his 3rd career goal with San Antonio, and in the run of play, I believe it's his first. I believe his previous 2 goals both came from the spot. And for PC, that's his 11th career goal. What is his 134th match here tonight for the veteran from Sao Paulo, Brazil. San Antonio FC up 2. And good to see a crooked number on the board if you're Alan Marcina. Not to say that the wins have been enjoyable, but they've probably been a little bit more stressful, Hayden, having to do it 1-0 for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it definitely gives the back line a little bit of alleviation on the pressure, but you know, again, you don't want to leave it there. You want to make sure you close the game out. I mean, this is really early, but you want to make sure you're focusing on every play on out, and I know those guys probably want to shut out those back 3. They take that stuff very serious.
It's the first time San Antonio FC has recorded multiple goals since they scored 3 of them down in Rio Grande Valley.
It's a great start. That's exactly what you want to do.
Chase Boone.
See if there's a response.
On the top of the box, Walmer Martinez concedes. Hernandez let it ride through. Murphy had it at his feet and gave it up. Another counter for San Antonio and another run for Dillon. Now Collier, he makes the run. The slip ball from Dillon. Collier threw his man down in the process, and the play continues on as Monterey Bay will come forward. I tell you what here, Hayden, center referee tonight has been, well, hasn't decided to use the whistle very much here this evening, which I guess, you know, maybe to some point both coaches appreciate. You know how the game's going to be called here, but she's let a lot go here in this first half.
Yeah, she's been pretty lenient. I'm interested to see how that goes the rest of the game, but as a player, to be honest, you'd rather have a ref that way. Let you play a little bit. Don't want it to get out of hand too much, though.
Giro into the box. Dawkins turning back on the ball. Tried to fight his way through Abu and goes to ground. Maury Donor.
It's a good fight.
Murphy looking for support. Chase Boone. Dawkins. Back to Murphy, heavy touch. Hernandez. Not much there.
That's the pass once you win possession of the ball. Secure that first pass. Good step from Kamiri. Oh.
Collier the move. Dillon. Drives one.
Don't mind it. There's 2 big boys up there that have great feet. I think Collier just puts it between the wickets. Yeah.
Two collapse on Dawkins. Connor Maloney couldn't keep it in play. Connor Maloney, we're back to his outside wingback position here tonight, Hayden, after he pretty much played the last month of the season either in a holding midfielder role or in an attacking midfielder role, which we haven't seen out of Connor in his first couple of years here in San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't, put him on trial against me in that position. I don't think I ever would have won that. He's a workhorse in there. I mean, he's a utility player at his finest. He's going to say yes or no, sir, do the job well no matter where you put him, but I'm sure he likes being back in his natural position.
Giro back on the ball. Chase Boone, he's got some running room here. Gleadle making the run to his right. Sam Gleadle running on Maloney now. Edge of the box, Gleadle cuts it to his left. Gleadle, get that one through. And there's that, what's become something of an impenetrable wall for San Antonio's back end. It's off of Murphy. San Antonio will take the throw here. A half hour into this match. 2-0 San Antonio FC the lead. Goals from Elliot Collier in the 21st minute. His fourth of the season. And PC, captain, getting his first of the year 4 minutes later in the 25th minute. Vasiljevic. Good touch. Riga Toyama back out wide. Walmer Martinez. Riga Toyama and Murphy. And the ball in space intended for Vasiljevic is right through both him and Walmer Martinez.
It's a couple missed passes there from Murphy.
James Murphy, the 24-year-old from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, is tied for 9th in USL with 37 crosses coming into play here this week. This is his 50th career USL match. Murphy was in Las Vegas with Frank Yallop in 2020, as was Moby Fair. Grant Robinson, who's not in the 18 here tonight. There's James Murphy. He wears the armband in place again of the captain, Hugh Roberts. Roberts is a guy you certainly miss. He is in the top 10, Hayden, in all-time games in USL Championship. 213 games, all in the Eastern Conference. Charlotte the last 3 seasons, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia Union 2, and Richmond before coming over to the expansion side here.
Yeah, that's definitely a player that you can miss on the field. That experience, that leadership.
Robert, yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, that just makes it tough for the young bucks on the team, especially on a tough road game.
Again, Roberts serving a 1-game suspension for the red card he received against LA Galaxy 2 weeks ago. A tough start for the visitors after enjoying their bye week last Saturday night. Obviously, when you don't play for 2 weeks, this is not the start you want to get out to. Jiro Mariga Toyama upfield. Past Dawkins, but this one does get through to Valesky. Makes the turn. Outside to Chase Boone. Connor Maloney, look at him hustle back. A great recovery by Maloney there on Boone. Has got to find some support in Sam Gleadle.
Yeah, the ball broke the line, but SAFC got 5 bodies behind the ball very quickly.
Now it's Dawkins, corner of the box. Carter Manley defends that one out. Into the 34th minute, 2-0 San Antonio FC from goals with Collier and PC here as Carter Manley limping a little bit after that sequence. Vasiljevic the ball. Needle didn't like what he had upfield. Instead, back to Dallas J. Moby Fair coming back. Corey Donor to his right. The keeper will play upfield in Gleadle's direction. And it's Maloney getting under it first. Oh, we get a whistle. Hey! It's one of the few whistles we've had here in this opening half.
Yeah, Gleadle had the positioning on Connor Maloney. feels that body, he can easily go down, and it makes the ref make a decision. Whether he pulled him or not, very light, but.
Murphy over the ball in the set piece here for Monterey. Can they break through? It's a very deep ball. Taken too hard by James Murphy there.
I don't think he likes the Toyota Tacoma back there with all the SAFC gear on it.
A lot of balls there inside the Tacoma truck. And that ball was certainly going to join that illustrious group after Murphy struck it too heavy.
Like Manley just went down there on his own. It's
Again,
not what you want to see.
Again, he was limping a little bit, and San Antonio, one man less here in this sequence is Tainer. A nice turn by Mitchell. Able to elude the pressure. Chase Boone attacking him. Now we'll turn it out, and that'll give us an opportunity to get some attention for Connor Manley, who's all the way back down in the Monterey Bay FC third of the field.
Yeah, I think all the players are going to get some water. Jerseys are stuck to their chest with how humid it is. Looks like he's grabbing his ankle.
Carter Manley, sixth season. He's one of 4 Ironmen for SAFC. Who've played in all 630 minutes coming into tonight's match, along with Connor Maloney, Fabian Garcia, and Mitchell Tainer. And there is nothing better for a coach, and I'm sure you can attest to this, to have 3 guys, 3 center backs on your back end that are in the match, and you know you can count on them, and you know they're going to be in exactly the same position every single Saturday night.
Yeah, I would say your defense, your goalkeeper, and your 6 defensive midfielder, that's the players that you want to be the most consistent. Everything else you can kind of interchange to keep fresh, you know, wingers, forwards. But yeah, that's probably why they have the stats that they do, giving up only 4 goals. These guys are all on the same wavelength. They all want to battle, they all want to tackle, and just, you know, get into people's faces, make it difficult for them to get on goal. And Jordan Farr, I'm sure, is happy to have those 3 in front of him.
So as Manley gets attention, and looks like his Ironman streak might come to a conclusion here in the 38th minute, as Shannon Gomez has taken the warm-up off. And Gomez, who started last Saturday night in New Mexico, here's your interchangeable parts, and not a bad guy to put in. Shannon Gomez in his 9th pro season. And the guy you played with in Sacramento, Hayden, comes on to play outside in the spot previously occupied by Manley.
Yeah, we're going to see him bombing down the right-hand side, maybe a little more than Manley. So a little more attacking here from SAFC.
So Gomez enters in his 38th minute, making his 8th appearance for SAFC, and this is his 4th appearance off the bench. 4 starts for Gomez. 97 career USL matches, and majority of his time spent in Sacramento.
Yeah, Shannon's a great player. He's got wheels. My goodness, does he have wheels.
Been capped a couple of times for his native Trinidad and Tobago. San Antonio, multiple goal lead here as they look to finish strong in this first half. It's Collier, fended out wide. Collier shakes to the inside, slips the ball in, looking for Nicky Hernandez.
Yeah, I don't think Hernandez was reading that.
Connor Maloney, great ball to the back post, and it's in for a 3rd.
Wow, what a finish.
Nicky Hernandez, his first goal Another beautiful ball from Connor Maloney, and Hernandez delivers SAFC's third goal in this opening half. 3-0 San Antonio in the 39th minute.
The late run from Hernandez. It was like a tackle shot, put it back across, and the keeper couldn't deal with it. Wow, that was very impressive to get on end of that. Great finish. I don't think Dallas J expected it.
What a first half for San Antonio FC. 3 goals in 39 minutes. And if you want to get a little more specific, they've all come within an 18-minute stretch since Elliot Collier began the scoring back at the 21st minute. And Dallas J, who initially started the match with some outstanding saves, but you see again why Monterey Bay FC has really struggled to open their inaugural season. They just have given up way too much on their side of the field, and it's been pretty nice to see if you're San Antonio FC and a fan of this club wanting to see some offense and some attack after, again, just being limited to 1 goal in their past 3 matches.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we all want to see goals, but defense wins championships. And for there not to be pressure on multiple crosses here and then not tracking a man, I mean, there's going to be shots taken on Jay, and he's going to have to save them. So those things need to be cleaned a little bit up.
Three goals for San Antonio FC is a season high. Connor Maloney. Good strike. Oh, Connor Maloney trying to pick that upper corner there.
Wow, I love that look. PC really, he made that run, you know, that overlap there. It really created the opportunity. The defender has to make a decision either to run with him or step to the ball, and Connor gets a window. Just a little bit off target. Great strike, though.
SAFC had multiple goals in back-to-back wins on the road in LA and in RGV. But 3 here tonight is a season high. A 3-0 lead over Monterey Bay FC as we come upon halftime. Val Marcina, plenty of options as how he wants to play the second half in this one. And San Antonio FC with a light week this week after what was a very heavy stretch of action. Chase Boone gets free.
Again, look at all the bodies behind the ball.
Boone, Maloney defends that one. Dillon and PC pops it ahead. Collier, first time back here to Dillon. Will be fair, upends him.
It's a great tackle.
Liedl. Tackled out by Maloney.
I think they missed that call.
It might have gone off Sam's foot.
Yeah, just last minute. It's getting a little more end-to-end here, though.
Oleski. Running off the ball. Nicky Hernandez. What a run for Hernandez. And a hard challenge as the referee will reach into her pocket, and Maury Donor will go into the books here in the 43rd minute.
It's a great little individual run from Hernandez. He gets that last touch just before the tackle, as you can see here. Touch, yeah.
No ball there for Donor, and thus into the books here for the first time tonight. Second caution of the season on the 28-year-old from Collingwood, Ontario. Hernandez back to his feet. Hernandez scoring 6 times, playing for North Texas SC in 32 matches. After his graduation from Southern Methodist University, his second pro season, and he was again drafted 15th overall in the first round of the Major League Soccer Super Draft back in 21. This one's onside, chipped along and chipped wide.
I bet Mitch's eyes were so big there. That's a dream. Just a little bit offside.
And they do call the flag and the offside against Tainer. Shiro unable to keep it alive. San Antonio the throw as we approach halftime. And SAFC still making purposeful runs. Collier. A cutback ball. PC. Hernandez. Maloney. Maloney and PC playing the twos. And another good ball in. Taken off the chest by Hernandez. Edge of the box. Nicky Hernandez. PC. Switching the play. Getting forward. Kamiri the blast. Deflection from Collier in front. That was Fabian Garcia, actually, who had that initial drive into the box.
Kamiri's got to be smart there. You don't want to take a yellow for just kicking the ball away.
1 minute added time here at the end of the first half.
It's a smart foul by Abu, though, in transition. Slow the game down a little bit.
Again, Alan Marcina is going to have all sorts of options here in the second half with a 3-goal lead over Monterey Bay FC. Maybe a chance to get some of his young academy players some minutes. This is Basojevic, and Jordan Farr is there for the save.
Again, Garcia, he finds a way to get a block on, or a touch on the ball. Those guys celebrate every single time that they just deflect it, block it.
Ron Basojevic, who breakout campaign when he was in Fresno last season in Oklahoma City. And that will do it for 45 minutes of soccer here at Toyota Field. And what an 18-minute stretch it was for San Antonio FC as Elliot Collier in the 21st minute, followed by PC 4 minutes later. And Nicky Hernandez getting his first as a member of SAFC right before halftime in the 39th minute. It is 3-0 San Antonio FC with the lead headed to halftime. Week 8 of USL Championship action. It's all the home side. 3-0 San Antonio. Halftime coming up when we return here on Bally Sports.
Welcome to Texas A&M University San Antonio, the fastest growing university in the A&M system. A state-of-the-art campus with world-class faculty who put you first. Discover what others already know. Whether you're looking to advance your career, start a new career, an undergraduate student, or begin your college degree, you'll see the only thing missing is you. A few miles from downtown that will get you miles ahead. Texas A&M University San Antonio. Ignite the future you today. Apply online or in person now.
Hey San Antonio, we've got one shot to stop this pandemic.
And we are going to need your help.
We can't do it alone.
It's going to take the whole team.
Come on, San Antonio, we got this.
You want to join the team? Get vaccinated. I got my shot.
Yo recibí mi vacuna.
Yo también.
I got my shot. Did you get yours?
Don't miss your shot to help stop this pandemic.
We have been helping thousands of small businesses, not only here in San Antonio, but across our footprint. Knowing that SWBC was our partner in our health benefits and all our employee benefits was a relief for me. I knew that we could continue to do our work, we could continue to do our mission, because SWBC had our back. I tell you, for a not-for-profit, we have an excellent benefit program.
Evo Entertainment is your one-stop entertainment destination. Get your game on with all new and exciting games like Halo Fireteam Raven. Take on your friends and family on our next-gen bowling lanes, or catch the big game on our massive 4K TVs, all while enjoying selections from our Scratch Kitchen and Craft Bar. Kick back and enjoy this summer's blockbusters in our luxury dine-in cinema, with all recliner seating and push-button service right to your seat. With over 70,000 square feet of fun, Evo has something for everyone. Welcome to the evolution of entertainment.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
And it's all turning up goals. Oh, the audacity! Early fireworks at Wild Horse Pass.
Welcome to Tampa Bay. And he drills it. Wow! What a goal!
Hi, Spurs fans. I'm Jeff Davis, the Texas lawyer who's here for you. There's breaking news that I want to share with you. We recently won a jury verdict in excess of $9.6 million for leg injuries caused to 2 cyclists by the driver of an 18-wheeler. Stop what you're doing right now and call the Force. Call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. We'll come to you during this Spurs game. There's only one number to remember. Oh, come on. You know the number by now. And that's 4. Davis Law Firm is the official personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Tidal Surge, una nueva y emocionante montaña rusa. Lánzate a 135 pies en la montaña rusa más alta y más rápida de su tipo en el mundo. Tidal Surge, en SeaWorld San Antonio. Para las mejores ofertas visita SeaWorld.com.
Hey, we caught your salmon, gulf shrimp, and your mahi-mahi.
Thanks, Mike. Shop H-E-B's giant online selection of fresh seafood, now with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, "Officer, officer," they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie's delicious.
Three goals over an 18-minute stretch for the home side. San Antonio FC is up 3 over expansion side Monterey Bay FC. after one half of soccer here on Bally Sports. As we welcome you back upstairs to the broadcast booth along with Hayden Partain. I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you with us. And Hayden, I mean, for San Antonio FC, everything coming up aces here in the first half.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the way you want to start the game. You get a couple goals. You know, the possession looks a little different, but, you know, 3 goals, you're going to the half pretty comfortable.
We'll take a look at all 3 goals here right now for San Antonio FC. And after starting this match with a tremendous amount of momentum and possession, they gave up a little here to Monterey Bay FC, forced Jordan Farr to make a couple of stops. But then after that, it was all San Antonio for the final 30 minutes.
Yeah, the cross was on. There was a couple early crosses. San Antonio was getting bodies in the box. You can see the goal there. And then PC, you know, not really one that's usually in the box, a late run in the box, and make sure he gets on the end of it. And they're really just not tracking on Monterey.
That's a great finish by PC for his first goal, the run of play with San Antonio. His previous 2 goals coming from the spot. And then Nicky Hernandez gets his first goal in his second match with San Antonio. That was a well-struck ball by Connor Maloney, who in theory should get 2 assists in this first half. He's only going to be credited with 1.
Right, yeah, it's a great ball, great late run from Nicky Hernandez, and fantastic finish.
And so for San Antonio FC, as you expect, they're controlling play here against this expansion side. We talked about the difficulties for Monterey Bay FC, who has now given up 20 goals here in the first 7 weeks for them of the regular season. But again, it's when you look at the numbers and the stats, it kind of just further illustrates the point and the struggles that Monterey Bay has had. But that being said, for San Antonio, who had only scored once and was looking to find a little bit more consistent attack, that's what's going to make Alan Marcinez smile when he looks at these numbers after the first half.
For sure. Yeah, you want to get consistent goals and goals after each other without goals against in between. But possession, you can see Monterey, they've had a little bit more possession, but they really haven't been effective with it, right? It's been more side to side. San Antonio has really been effective when they have the ball, and you can see, obviously.
15 shots ties the season high for San Antonio FC. 3 goals is a season high for SAFC. They're up 3 at the half over Monterey Bay here on Bally Sports.
We have been helping thousands of small businesses, not only here in San Antonio, but across our footprint. Knowing that SWBC was our partner in our health benefits and all our employee benefits was a relief for me. I knew that we could continue to do our work, we could continue to do our mission, because SWBC had our back. I tell you, for a not-for-profit, we have an excellent benefit program.
This is the move right here. Boom. Boom.
My turn. My bag of chips or your crunch wrap?
I think we have different definitions of sharing.
Next time you can divvy it up.
Wow, so generous.
My 2022 Highlander. It's got a sleek exterior, and the interior, it's like my own spacious oasis. Yeah, my Highlander. That's what I miss the most. What about you? Food, Jerry. I miss food.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever been in a Highlander? The 2022 Toyota Highlander, the SUV you've been dreaming about. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, integrity is basically loyalty to be good when no one is watching. If you don't mean it, it's just words.
Around week 8 in USL Championship. El Paso Locomotive trying to continue their good form. They get 3-0 against Loudoun for a 3-1 win on the road in Virginia. It's Orange County SC 2-1 at the half up over RGV FC down in the Valley. Later tonight, Oakland hosting Colorado Springs. Sacramento welcomes in Las Vegas Lights FC, and it's Galaxy 2 and Phoenix Rising tomorrow to close out the action in Week 8 before we turn to May in USL. PC with his first goal of the season and a beautiful ball upfield from Nicky Hernandez. PC the finish, second half coming up next.
We have been helping thousands of small businesses, not only here in San Antonio, but across our footprint. Knowing that SWBC was our partner in our health benefits and all our employee benefits was a relief for me. I knew that we could continue to do our work, we could continue to do our mission, because SWBC had our back. I tell you, for a not-for-profit, we have an excellent benefit program.
This is the move right here. Boom. Boom.
My turn. My bag of chips or your crunch wrap?
I think we have different definitions of sharing.
Next time you can divvy it up.
Wow, so generous.
My 2022 Highlander. It's got a sleek exterior, and the interior, it's like my own spacious oasis. Yeah, my Highlander.
That's what I miss the most. What about you? Food, Jerry. I miss food. Yeah. Wait, have you ever been in a Highlander? The 2022 Toyota Highlander, the SUV you've been dreaming about. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, integrity is basically loyalty to be good when no one is watching. If you don't mean it, it's just words.
Alan Marcina again will consult with the bench as see how this second half unfolds. Man, PC scoring his first goal of the season, one of 3.5 for San Antonio, as we're back to live action here in the second half with Hayden Partain and our entire crew. I'm Dan Weiss. Thanks for joining us on Bally Sports. San Antonio FC trying to improve to 7 wins against just 1 defeat through their first 8 weeks of USL action. And Hayden, as we mentioned, it's a light week for San Antonio after they had 3 matches in a 7-day span last week, with the home match against El Paso promptly followed by the thrilling third-round Open Cup affair here against Austin FC that resulted in an extra time win, and then to the road for a victory in New Mexico, which was their first ever in 4 tries in Albuquerque. Basuljevic in the box. Chase Boone gives it a go. That's blocked, and Farr will let it go, and a corner coming up for Monterey Bay.
Yeah, it's almost unfamiliar territory for SAFC players. They know they get a week before their next game, so they're probably why they're giving their all in this game.
There you see SAFC at El Paso Locomotive getting 3 wins. Prior to that, been a tough loss here at home against Phoenix 2-0. But then they went on the road. They blanked Orange County, came back home, blanked El Paso, got the victory against Austin, and then went back out on the road and blanked New Mexico. Right now blanking Monterey Bay. And the ball awarded to San Antonio.
Shannon in no rush to get to this throw in.
And San Antonio will be right back on the road for the next couple of weeks too after tonight. Play at Phoenix next Saturday night. And then we'll go back across the country to play at the Miami FC, the first match ever between San Antonio FC and the Miami FC. They've also got that Houston Dynamo match as well too. It'll be that 4th round of the Open Cup matches. That date has now been set, May the 11th. To be played in downtown Houston against Dynamo. Will be the 2nd time that SAFC and Dynamo have met in Open Cup action The last time all the way back in SAFC's inaugural year in 2016 when they got to the 4th round of the Open Cup, and what was kind of a bit of a trying inaugural season for San Antonio, but they had that Open Cup to fall back on. They went to Houston, and Houston pretty much controlled the match from start to finish, winning 4-0 that night.
Yeah, I hope it's not
not a
one-sided, yes.
Right. Probably a different
redemption.
look for SAFC, and sure, after getting their first victory ever against an MLS side when they defeated Austin FC here a week ago last Wednesday. Ball pinballs off an SAFC player who's now down on the field. I believe is that Nicky Hernandez who took the brunt of that. PC waves off the trainer, and so does Nicky. As Katja Corvella, our center referee, looks on. I think they're going to have to take a look because Nicky Hernandez takes this ball right off the side of the head there, Hayden. So I think that's more concussion protocol that they have to pay attention for, whether he signals that he's okay or not.
Yeah, they need to check him out, especially, you know, anytime you get close range, hitting the face, head, especially on the side, they got to check you out. Every player that wants to play is not going to be like, hey, stay over there. I want to stay on the field.
So certainly will be an interesting 3-match stretch for San Antonio FC after tonight, because you go on the road to play at Phoenix. Never an easy place to play at Wild Horse Pass Stadium there in Scottsdale. And then you go back across the country to play at Miami, who's playing some good soccer this season. And then you come home and you play, and it could be the top 2 teams of the Western Conference. It'll be Colorado Springs is the next home match for San Antonio FC here on the 21st of May. So that's an interesting 3-week stretch with that Open Cup match against Houston Dynamo mixed in as well.
Yeah, but you could look at it. I mean, I know how Alan looks at everything. There's no excuses for any situation. It's going to be a great testing moment for the team, and especially at the time period of the season, you know, kind of just coming, we were just past the first quarter here. It's going to see what the players are really made of.
This is match number 8 in the 34-match season. So technically it'll come just under the quarter part of the regular season. And this is really where you kind of get into the dog days of the season, and especially feels that way as the calendar turns to the summer months, where you're just trying to grind out points in the South Texas heat.
Yeah, no, that's without a doubt. So we're going to have to depend on your depth of your team. Injuries can be more prevalent, and we know SAFC is no stranger to that.
Yeah, they've dealt with their share of injuries, and very fortunate that it hasn't come back to hurt them this year. But again tonight, a laundry list of injuries with Santiago Patino, David Loera, Gigi Traore, Atez Diop, all out tonight due to an assortment of injuries. And Patino's only played in 1 match, and he's only played in 10 minutes this year. And that was your leading scorer from a season ago and your most dynamic scorer. And I mean, it's amazing to think that San Antonio FC has gotten off to this great start in getting all of 10 minutes from maybe their most dynamic player.
Yeah, they'll definitely welcome him with open arms coming back, and I'm sure he will get a goal soon after his appearance.
Coutinho, who also was injury prone a season ago at a leg fracture that he suffered after getting a multiple match suspension back in June against Colorado Springs, and then suffered that leg fracture that kept him out for almost 3 months of the regular campaign. Came back strong for the postseason. Galito gets forward. Basuljevic. Moran back to Murphy. Switching the play. Bariga Tsoyama, edge of the box, sends one through. And Hernandez will bring it back down. Bariga Tsoyama back on top of him with the confrontation there with Nicky Hernandez. The ball awarded to San Antonio here.
Monterey's come out to play the first couple minutes here. If they can get a goal, that can really change the momentum of the game.
Murphy. Oleski got pressure and conceded. And Hernandez. Not sure whether he was just trying to keep the goaltender on his toes there as he gives him a chance. There's the Injured group for San Antonio. It's Santiago Patino along with Tez Dioff off there to his right. Gigi Traore. Giro will take the throw for Monterey. This 7-match trip to begin the season comes to an end for them tonight. Back to Cardinal Stadium. Newly renovated Cardinal Stadium on the campus of Cal State Monterey Bay. Good turn, Bolesky. Good strike, just over goal there for the 29-year-old Christian Bolesky, who has scored 46 times in USL play. 159th career match. Bolesky has spent time with Colorado Springs, Louisville City, Oklahoma City as well. Fabian Garcia. As Hernandez concedes the run.
Just a little heavy. Those kind of balls are difficult. When you have a straight run and a straight ball, usually not going to work out so well.
Connor Maloney has been sniffing a goal all night. This time PC is able to win the ball away. Hernandez.
He's trying to dummy it there for Justin Dillon.
Vasiljevic out wide. Get it back from Sam Gleadle. Ron Vasiljevic. And it's Gleadle now upfield as he looks in the direction of Chase Boone. A throw here for Monterey. The wave around Toyota Field, the home side up 3. Nearly an hour into the match. Bariga Tayama, he makes the run on Shannon Gomez, drives one across the face of goal and has to be turned out by Mitchell Tainer. And eyes on that ball going stride for stride in front of the attacker was Christian Bolesky.
That was a fantastic ball. A little double step over to create some space. Bent the ball between Jordan Farr and the back line, and Mitch Tainer was able to track it and did a job well done, just cleared it, took no risks. Defending the corner now.
Walmer Martinez will take the 5th corner of the night for Monterey. Near post ball is headed out. Bariga Tayama will just balloon it back in, and that's handled pretty harmlessly by Jordan Farr.
Shannon in open space.
So dangerous, and only to be picked off by his own man in that situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of real estate there, and they found a way to run into each other.
Walmer Martinez. The ball through from Vasiljevic and defended out. Sam Gleadle works along with Murphy. Heavy touch for Gleadle, but he had plenty of room in front of him to operate. Chase Boone. And it's Jordan Farr to settle under that one. And to your point, credit to Monterey making SAFC work in their own end here in the first 10 minutes plus after the halftime whistle. The 3 first-half goals tonight for San Antonio FC almost equaled the entire number of goals they had in the first half through the first 7 weeks of the regular season. They had 4 first-half goals, which is surprising for an Alan Marcina coached club, because coming into the season, Hayden, in his 2 years, 42 first-half goals for San Antonio FC. They were so good at getting out of their front foot over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I mean, I think likes of Patino being out, others, they kind of add that creativity and that flair, but you know, being good defensively, there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe that's something they put a little emphasis on to get through, you know, further in the championship this season. But I mean, they found ways to be successful. I think we were talking about earlier, you know, shutouts. If you don't get scored on, you can't lose. So I don't think it's too big of a problem. But you know, against a side like this, if they're not scoring many goals, we might be a little bit concerned.
And it hasn't been the case here tonight. And again, it's been maybe, I'm sure, a sigh of relief for the head coach as he is looking for his club to take the next step in these building blocks. 2020, clinching a spot in the playoffs and a loss in the opening round against New Mexico United here at home. Last season, advancing to the conference final for the first time in franchise history, and a loss in penalties on the road in Southern California against Orange County. What is the step taken by the club this year? Remains, of course, to be determined as we go forward here over the next 4 months of the season.
Maybe you have your first cramp.
And as Monterey Big gets a little bit of attention, take a look at the summary from tonight. 3 goals for San Antonio in an 18-minute stretch. Elliot Collier gets us started, his 4th goal of the season. And then how about this ball from Nicky Hernandez? PC on the end of it with his left foot, just tucks it in past the keeper. And then Connor Maloney will get an assist on this one. It's Hernandez on the end of it with his first goal. All coming up aces for SAFC here tonight. 3-0 against Monterey Bay FC.
All off crosses. All off crosses.
All off crosses. And if you weren't with us earlier, SAFC just 7 successful crosses coming into tonight. They did not have a successful cross in the first 6 weeks of the season, according to USL stats. Which I don't necessarily agree with that. I find that kind of hard to believe in a way.
What is considered successful?
I guess you not only get a clean touch on the cross, but you actually get a legitimate shot attempt off the cross as well, too.
Okay.
Is my understanding of what the successful cross should be.
Well, that makes sense then, because there's a lot of crosses that go to Mitch and then he lays it down to someone else. So I guess that's not successful, even though it could be a second assist in hockey.
Correct. Deshane Beckford looks like he's going to come on here at the 1 hour mark. And that's maybe the biggest thing for Alan Marcina right now as he thinks about his options off the bench is, how do I just keep guys healthy here as we get into the grind of the regular season?
Yeah, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So keeping guys fresh, keeping them healthy, keeping them in good form, it's always challenges that counteract with each other.
Giro playing it off Shannon Gomez, and a throw awarded to Monterey Bay. First, it's a substitute. Deshane Beckford will come on at the 1 hour mark for Nicky Hernandez. Hernandez, a goal and an assist tonight as he collects his first points with San Antonio FC. And boy, you really like Nicky Hernandez in that attacking midfield role here tonight. Hayden took advantage of the opportunity in getting his first start, and he delivered.
Yes, he did. He had a fantastic night. He can definitely sit on the bench and feel comfortable and watch the rest of the game.
Walmer Martinez ballooning a ball across. Sam Gleadle. Vasiljevic. Tainer steps up for the interception. Gleadle. And Tainer cross paths, and it's Beckford. Let that one come through. Deshane Beckford on. The 6th time this season. 3rd time off the bench for the Montego Bay Jamaican native. His 56th appearance in USL play. Chase Boone. Valesky. Vasiljevic. The turn for Dawkins. Quiet after that 3-minute little run in the first half.
It's a good string of passes there.
And Chase Boone not happy at all with Katja Koroleva, the center referee, as his runner got impeded making his way into the box off that pass. Thank you. Tainer and PC here. Monterey Bay pulling back a little bit. PC finds Elliot Collier out wide on the left. Collier back into the box. Pass intended for Beckford. Doesn't make its way to the target. James Murphy turns it out to Sam Gleadle.
Yeah, it was a good look. Great defense from Monterey there to pick out that pass.
Heavy touch for Chase Boone again, trying to play the twos with Christian Valesky. Giro. Walmer Martinez won't be able to run that one down. San Antonio FC beginning the night tied atop the entire league championship with 18 points. Tied with Louisville City. And also Colorado Springs. Lou City has also put in yet another victory tonight at Lynn Family Stadium down in Kentucky. 2-0 over Pittsburgh Riverhounds this evening. Bit of an upset victory for San Diego Loyal. Landon Donovan's team goes to Al Lang Stadium in Tampa Bay and pulls out a 3-2 win tonight as Justin Dillon gets run down here right in front of the SAFC bench, and a yellow shown to James Murphy.
Yeah, that was a tough challenge. Not very smart. He's not going anywhere.
Colorado Springs on the road tonight at Laney Football Stadium in the East Bay against Oakland. So San Antonio FC, if they continue at the pace they're going, will at the very least find themselves still tied atop the Western Conference table through the first 8 weeks of the season. And perhaps if Oakland can do them a favor at home tonight, sit by their lonesome atop the Western Conference. After 25% of the year is done, not a bad spot to be in.
Garcia's going to look to put this right behind the PK spot to lure that goalkeeper in.
Collier makes the turn. Beckford off his left just wide.
It's a great look. Fortunately, gets through there a little bit of traffic to Mitch. He selflessly plays it back across, or plays a shot actually. It's another good look. Would be a good way to come on the field, get a goal real quick.
Shane Beckford looking for his first San Antonio FC colors since coming over from Colorado Springs. Beckford has also spent time in Oklahoma City and RGV as well. Vasiljevic the turn. Bariga Toyama. Walmer Martinez. Nice handle from Bariga Toyama. Go to Dawkins, well taken there.
Great read from Kamiri.
And then Jasser with a through ball. The offside flag is up on Justin Dillon.
VAR?
Off. Haven't gotten to that point yet in USL Championship, unfortunately. Justin Dillon got his first goal of the season at about this time last Saturday in New Mexico. Came from the spot as some thought was a questionable penalty call against New Mexico right at the edge of the box, but referee awarded the penalty to SAFC. Dillon took advantage of that for his 8th goal with SAFC in 32 career matches. And for Dillon now 30 goals lifetime in USL Championship play. 31 not to be, at least not yet. Negated on the offside flag. There's a giveaway by the keeper. Beckford.
Catch him out. Oh.
Collier to his left. Can't bend it back on frame. surprised that Beckford gave that one up there.
Yeah, no, I know myself. I selfishly would have tried to clip the keeper there. It was a great read on the he stepped through and picked the pass off. Unlike Collier there as well. So
but you're saying you would have gone for goal.
For sure. I would have clipped it.
Guys,
Second touch.
This is I did the work to get the ball. This is my shot.
Exactly. You mentioned Justin Dillon's goal last week. He drew the PK. He's like, no, I'm taking the PK.
Giro.
Great block.
Off the body of Shannon Gomez and a throw to Monterey. Palmer Martinez. Hand it off to Giro.
I'll be honest, it's a bit quiet tonight for a dollar beer night and the team up 3-0.
And it's a great crowd at Toyota Field. It's one of the best of the season for a USL Championship Saturday night, as the weather has certainly been favorable here. See all the fans. I wonder sometimes when you take the outcome, out of doubt so quickly, whether that sometimes tempers the reaction in the stadium. 3-0, 20 minutes to go. They know it's probably in the books for their home side at this point. But nonetheless, yeah, it certainly doesn't have the juice of the match last Wednesday against Austin FC.
Yeah,
if that's what you were referring to.
Yeah, no, I think I might be comparing that as well. So, and I was in the stand, so it might have been even louder.
SAFC has extended the shutout streak to 340 minutes here. As Collier will get on the end of this ball. Taken away from him. Vasiljevic looking in Valesky's direction, taken away by San Antonio. Abu. Out wide, Shannon Gomez. Slips one for Collier. Flag stays down. The cross. Monterey able to make the clearance.
It's very well done. They win the first ball, settle it down, a couple passes of interchange, get a cross in.
Adrian Revelar will come in here in the 71st minute as the night comes to an end for the 34-year-old Simon Dawkins. Had again about a good 5-6 minute stretch there in the first half where he made a nice cross that got the fingertips of Jordan Farr, played out for a corner, and had a wonderful play where he was able to beat Kamiri and he hit the near side post, giving Monterey Bay FC the lead early in the match. Really would have changed the entire complexion of things.
Yeah, no, that was a great play. He got by Kamiri, and it looked like Farr barely got a touch. He held his feet and got a touch. It went off the post. But yeah, that could have totally changed the game. I feel like Monterey would have been a little more confident going into the next few minutes.
Beckford settles to himself, running against two defenders, and Monterey able to get numbers back. The help for Connor Maloney. Slips the ball through into the box, but right to the feet of James Murphy. Drives it out. Switch team, San Antonio and Monterey have gone to their bench here. SAFC going to their bench in the first half with Shannon Gomez on for an injured Carter Manley. Something to keep an eye on as we go forward into the next couple of weeks. Hopefully nothing serious. Manley again has been one of those Iron Men that we've talked about here. It's Garcia will get forward. Gomez to the back post. Just drives it wide. But a well-executed attack in the run of play there for SAFC in the counter. And Shannon Gomez had a good look at it here just below us.
Yeah, really well done by Garcia to pick off the pass and then just drive right at the next defender. Hey, he had options on his left and right. Just a little better end product from Shannon Gomez.
There's Vasiljevic run off the ball. He's able to reclaim possession here. Walmer Martinez, top of the box. He's trying to fend off the defender. And Fabian Garcia just won't have it. Martinez able to control possession. Back to Giro. Slips it. Rebellar, first touch. Martinez. Rebellar. Ball awarded to Monterey Bay. Adrian Rebellar is a 22-year-old rookie who actually played collegiately at Cal State Monterey Bay, so something of a homegrown product, native of Watsonville, California. San Antonio able to clear. Moby Fair picks that one off. Vasiljevic the turn. Chase Boone out wide, or Sam Gladel. A little bit of space to work with for Sam. They tried to play that one back to Boone, and Connor Maloney got a piece of it, and now SAFC on the counter here. A good recovery there from Maury Donor as he fends off Dillon, and back to his keeper in Dallas J.
So much time on the ball.
Gomez, as he runs on Giro, boy, he just weaves his way through a cloud of blue kits. It's Beckford gives it a go on the pitch. He takes a deflection out, and it'll be a corner for San Antonio. First corner of the half for SAFC after they had 7 in the first half.
Yeah, and it probably would have been on the inside of that post if not for the deflection. I like that though. Touch, shot. Great run from Shannon as well.
1/4 hour remaining. SAFC in cruise control here, up 3-0 at home over Monterey Bay. All 3 goals coming in the first half. That's a header at the end, or not a header, but on the end of it, it's Mitchell Tainer getting a right foot up in over Dallas J underneath the crossbar and in. And another successful cross for San Antonio FC, and a 4th goal on the night. 4-0 SAFC at home.
What a great service, what a great finish. Mitch doesn't go to smash it. He just puts his foot on it, redirects it towards goal, inside the left boot. Great finish. Roofs it.
2nd goal of the season for Mitchell Tainer. 76th minute. San Antonio up 4 goals tonight.
Yeah, that's tough to defend. He's a bigger body. He runs away from the ball, so you're looking for the man, and then he cuts back towards it and just beats you there. It's a great goal.
Mitchell Tainer. It's his 3rd goal as a member of SAFC. So San Antonio came into tonight's action just 8 goals in their first 7 matches. And they've scored already half of their total here tonight in this single match against Monterey Bay FC, and just chugging along here up 4-0. And it's Beckford now. Collier with his left. Big save by Jay Collier again. Put it wide. Elliott looking for number 2. And trying to match the most goals ever for SAFC, 5. Which happened here at home a couple of seasons ago against New Mexico United. 5-0 win back in 2019. Dallas J just gets a left boot on that one. I'd have to go back in the record books, but I want to say the 4 goals scored by San Antonio, the most since the 5 they had back in that 2019 match against New Mexico.
Let's see, the services have been sublime. Let's see if they get on the end of this one.
Mabu, back post. Tainer inside. Jay punches it out. And cleared out. Maloney spots Jasser. Kamiri. Taken away from him. Vasiljevic concedes. Beckford. And him and Vasiljevic throwing shoves at one another, and the free kick awarded to San Antonio.
Yeah, got a little handsy there. Beckford went for a little pushback, but in the pull of the jersey was the first call.
And Jasser Kamiri cramping up a little bit. He's stretched out on the field. Looks like Jordan Ayimbola might take him out for the final 10 minutes. Meanwhile, SAFC from about 25 yards out here.
Oh, it's Garcia. It's going on goal.
And Garcia hits the woodwork.
Wow. That was a fantastic strike. Very unlucky to come off the upright, but that had Dallas J beat.
Boy, Fabian Garcia has had some great takes on these type of set pieces. You remember the one he had a couple weeks ago against El Paso that also on the opposite end of the field right before halftime hit the outside of the post as well. He scored SAFC's first goal of the season in a victory here at home against Detroit City FC, and has multiple times been denied a second. Shannon Gomez shaking off Giro. Beckford slips it back to Gomez. Puts it in front. Oh, and it goes past two SAFC players. It was Collier first, and it was Maloney on the back post. Both would have had an open goal to tuck it in.
You just can't find that second one. Great little run from Shannon Gomez. Puts it on the deck, right where you want it. Tries a little heel flick. Connor can't get on the end of it either.
Jordan Ayimbola will take out Elliot Collier, whose night is over. Collier adds yet another to his account. Number 4 on the season, which leads the club. Easily could have had 5 and 6. And I'm upset, Hayden, that he doesn't have the hat trick tonight, because as I mentioned on a previous telecast, Elliot has already told us that if he gets a hat trick, he's doing the haka dance that the all black rugby players do in celebration of what would be his first career hat trick.
I definitely want to see that. I wonder if he has the team behind it too, because if he's doing it by himself, I don't know if it's as intimidating.
Just one tonight for Elliott, but it was one that got the scoring started for San Antonio back at the 21st minute. And it's been a wrecking ball ever since. PC 4 minutes later. Nicky Hernandez in the 38th minute. As Gleadle getting forward here, trying to put one into the box, and again, just cannot beat that San Antonio back line, as it's Ayimbola who gets his body on that one. And here in the second half, Mitchell Tainer in the 76th minute to close it out. 4-0 SAFC with 10 minutes of whatever added time here to play.
A little bit of contact off the ball.
It's Jordan Farr to pick that one out. Gomez run off the ball. Jesse Maldonado just came in, and SAFC has a fifth. It's Dillon, opposite end of the corner of the box. Drives lays it in for his second in as many weeks, and San Antonio has matched a franchise record. 5 goals here at home as they lead at 5-0.
Shannon just drives down the right-hand side and whips the ball back post. Dylan just inside of the left foot, puts it on frame. It's a great look. Again, it's an early service in between the goalkeeper and behind the back line. You can see he slowed himself down in his mind to make sure he didn't hit that over. It's a great finish.
Second of the season for Justin Dillon and his 9th goal with San Antonio FC. 5-0 SAFC. And they had 5 against New Mexico United back in 2019. That night Christian Pirano had 2 here at home. And they've got 5 tonight against expansion side Monterey Bay. Yeah. August 24th, 2019. It's the last time they had 5 against New Mexico.
Saw Justin Dillon this week at Cava, little Mediterranean place. I hope I score a goal like that now in my Sunday league game.
5-goal victory should it hold, but also again match for the largest in club history. Shannon Gomez twice run off the ball there. The referee says play on.
Look at the repressure though. They're up 5-0, but they don't want anyone to get further up on the field.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing here is that they're up 5 and they're not going to let Monterey Bay sniff anything. Here's Beckford. Beckford drives one to the back post.
Just sliced it. I don't know if that was the right choice. You had PC for a cutback. Justin was making another run, but I'm sure he's trying to get a goal himself. I mean, Connor Maloney, every minute.
Such a workhorse, and he just does it in so many different positions and ways, and I think that's the beauty of watching 31 out there on the pitch run flag to flag.
Yeah.
PC. Beckford. Still going. Beckford knocked away from him. They continue to pressure on and off the ball. It's been the credo of Alan Marcinez since he took over the reins from Darren Powell. And now in his 3rd season, he's got San Antonio FC playing some of their best soccer. Whistle here. San Antonio FC to improve to 7 wins against just 1 defeat here in these first 8 weeks of the season as the calendar turns to May. They will go on the road for a rematch with Phoenix Rising next Saturday night and stay on the road for a couple of more matches. One in the midweek match against Houston Dynamo in the 4th round of the U.S. Open Cup, and then out to Miami for a first ever face-off against the Miami FC in South Florida before coming back home to take on Colorado Springs Switchbacks. That'll be on the 21st of May. Next home match here for SAFC.
Those next run of games here reminds me of last season when they had to go to New York Red Bulls and then to California.
And you just even saw that, not including the Houston match, 4 USL road matches out of their next 5. So they'll be on the road for 5 out of their next 6 matches when you factor in that Houston match. So it's a real interesting test of the season, Hayden, for SAFC, and it'll be, I'm sure, very curious to see how this club responds to being out on the road for so long.
Yeah, I mean, those times as a team, though, you can get closer really easily. You're spending so much time in the hotel together. You're doing activities together. You're not, home with your families. So those are times that you can grow off the field and then in turn become better on the field.
And they know they won't have it as easy against the elite of Phoenix Rising next Saturday night at Wild Horse Pass Stadium. But by scoring 5 here tonight after scoring just 8 in the first 7 matches, this Connor Maloney's still not done. We've seen more attack out of Connor Maloney in 8 matches this season than we saw in his, I don't know, in his first 35 with San Antonio FC.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing a little more in the midfield this year. It's given him the freedom to kind of creep up there. But I'm hoping one of those long-range shots land here pretty soon.
Well, the Penn State Nittany Lion is still looking for his first career professional goal as he's whistled for the foul on Vasiljevic here. Goes to plead his case. What I was going to say, Hayden, is that going out to Phoenix next Saturday night, scoring 5 goals is certainly going to lift SAFC's confidence on the attack. They're certainly going to be reminded that they can score. And they've got some, as we've seen throughout the season, quality players up front who can put the ball into the net. Just hadn't happened over the last 3 weeks, even though they got the wins, grinding out those 1-0 victories. A little bit tougher on the back end tonight. Nice to see the outpouring of attack come to fruition.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's going to give them that confidence. I mean, going to a place like Phoenix where the atmosphere, you know, physically is tough on your body, as well as just the fans and being on that stadium where they feel like they're on top of you. It's a tough place to play, but yes, having the confidence to be poised in front of the goal and get that 1-2. I don't know. It's going to be a more competitive game than what we see here. But if they lock the back down like they have this season, and then, you know, just be clinical on goal and with the chances they do get, that's going to give them a chance to, you know, win some 3 points back for Phoenix stealing them here at home.
And as we've played the allotted 90, we'll have 3 more added on before San Antonio FC can celebrate their 4th straight win in USL Championship play. Five goals from 5 different goal scorers. It started with Elliot Callier in the 21st minute, followed up by PC 4 minutes later. Nicky Hernandez gets his first just before halftime, and then here in the second half, Mitchell Tainer on the end of a cross from a corner from Mohamed Abu, and then Justin Dillon from Shannon Gomez. And now Gomez again to that back post, and it's Ayimbola with his left foot putting it a crossover goal here to the near side, and a corner conceded by Jesse Maldonado. It's going to be better days for Monterey Bay FC, but he's been trying times in this first year for Frank Yallop's club. But, well, their reward is finally a home match next Saturday night, and they're going to be looking forward to that. 7 consecutive weeks on the road to begin the season for Monterey Bay, waiting for their brand new stadium, Cardinal Stadium, to be completed. And they will get their first home match next Saturday night when they welcome in Las Vegas Lights FC. That's a header from Ayimbola, and San Antonio FC has got a franchise record 6 consecutive goals and 6 on the board at home, and it's 6-0 San Antonio FC, a half dozen for the first time in club history.
Wow, a great cross again, and a great finished little flick header up to the back post. See a little bit of a pick, comes around, and I don't even think he headed it. I think it came off his shoulder. Great run though. The willingness to get on the end of it.
I'm done. Ayimbola, his first career goal for the young Ghanan native.
If I'm Coach Yallop, I'm looking at what players have their head up, what players are still trying to compete, because it's very tough at this point as a player to be on that end of the game. That's where you can really see who's got real character, who's a leader, who can, you know, it's easy when everything is going well. When it's going tough though, you know, that's where you can see who the Warriors are.
Franchise record 6 goals And a 6-goal victory would be the largest as well in club history. And as much as Alan Marcina may be proud about the 6 here tonight, he's going to be prouder of extending this shutout streak to 360 minutes if they can hang on here for the last few seconds.
Yeah, knowing Coach Allen, that's probably what he's more happy about, which, I mean, can't blame him.
It's a historic night at Toyota Field. It's a franchise record 6 goals from 6 different goal scorers, the largest victory in club history. And it's a shutout number 4 in a row for Jordan Farr. His 4th straight clean sheet, and the shutout streak goes to 360 minutes, the second longest in club history. And San Antonio FC hangs a half dozen on Monterey Bay FC and wins it tonight 6-0.
Yeah, what a great game. SAFC saw the game the whole way through, started off strong, and kept control of the match.
Jordan Farr didn't have to do much here tonight, but certainly enjoyed the fact that his mates up front gave him more than enough support this evening as San Antonio FC improves to 7-1 on the season. 21 points for the moment has him atop the Western Conference in the USL, with Colorado Springs still to play tonight in Oakland. Monterey Bay FC drops to 1-6 as they head home to meet Las Vegas Lights in their home opener next Saturday night. 6 goals in from 6 different players for San Antonio FC in a 6-0 win tonight over Monterey Bay FC. San Antonio on the road next Saturday night at Wild Horse Pass to take on Phoenix Rising. Catch that match over on ESPN+. We're back here on Bally Sports on the 21st against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. 6-0 the final. For Hayden Partain and our entire crew, I'm Dan Weiss saying so long. This has been a presentation of the USL Championship and Spurs Sports and Entertainment. Have a great night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.